Hello and welcome back to another game on Arena, a 1v1 between Viper in blue as the Bulgarians and in red on the other side of the map Nicov playing as the Khmer. Then you go to Civilization, and Bulgarians, a civilization that I haven't seen too often, therefore it's quite interesting for me to see how Viper is playing this on Arena. Bulgarians don't have the best monks, I just looked it up, they miss Atonement, but they get Redemption and Heresy, which is good for them. They don't get Crossbowmen, it's an infantry and cavalry civilization. Without crossbowmen, it's hard to fight open map in Castle Age, I guess, but their cavalry is pretty strong. They're missing the last archer armor upgrade, but they could go for heavy cavalry archers in theory if they really wanted to. Then again, militia line is for free when it comes to upgrades, so you are getting 200 swordsmen for pretty much nothing. You can go for supplies, obviously, so it's gonna make them quite cheap. And you have that +5, I think it's Peter's armor as the unique tag, I'm not sure how it's called. Then again, you have paladins and hussars. Hussars even attacking faster with the Castle Age unique tag, as far as I remember. And then the Conics, that is a good cavalry unit that actually transforms into an infantry unit once it's dying. And therefore the Conic might be an interesting option, especially seeing that the crab posts are also available. I think Bulgarians also have cheaper TCs, which means with the starting 2 in stone you could go for 4 extra TCs in theory, need the wood, but only 50 stone cost, which is really nice to have. And therefore I'm really interested to see how is Viper going to play this against Khmer, a very good boom civilization, I guess. At least they have a really good economy with their farms. And then the question is, what are we going to see in Imperial Age, provided the game goes as long? Let's go for the maps now. I'm not sure where Nicov's deer are. It's Ibex again, but Vipers are outside. Quickly check Nicov on the other side of the map. I guess he might have lured them in already. Looks like they might have been outside, but they're inside now, both of them, both the remaining Ibex. There is one already underneath the TC, and that could have been another one. Not sure about that. Nicov has the main gold forwardish. The second gold and main stone safe in the bag, as well as the third gold, so his resources are quite decent. I think he should have enough gold income that cannot be attacked easily. The second stone on the left hand side is outside. One relic really close to his base, another one close as well, so 2 relics for him, and there is an extra gold on the right hand side, not so far away from him. We have a relic here in the neutral zone, and then there's Viper's third gold. Sorry for that. The main gold forward for him as well. We have the second gold on the side here, so Viper, if he's getting rushed, might be in trouble for gold in the back. 2 sheep yet to pick up. Viper can see them, but he's not sending any unit there. I guess he wants to finish the Ibex, and that's what he did, I think. Main stone for Viper forward, second stone on left hand side is outside, so actually even a tower rush might be an option here, but I don't think we're going to see that. Viper is the first to go to feudal age, 23 population only. What is this build order? Really curious to see what Viper is going to do here. He is not on gold, he is not sending villagers forward, he's not on stone. Maybe he knows more than I do. Did I miss anything about the Bulgarian bonuses? He's really fast with the food. He's got 500 food in the bank, but he's doing double buildings and horse color. Going for a mining camp now on the main gold, and is only building another house. Really interesting to see this build order. Is he moving forward? No, he just got a scout here. Nicov is on the way to feudal age, but Viper really early on, and I'm not sure what his idea is. He's got 5 + 4, 9 villagers on wood, and is only now collecting a little bit of gold here. Maybe he wanted to take down Nikov's scout. You can see it here, scout cavalry is obviously going to die. Nicov is up to feudal age, click to castle age, but Viper did a lot of damage on that already. Viper will be later to castle age, obviously. Maybe he wants to go for a big boom and is staying in feudal age for a little bit longer. Is he going for a wheelbarrow? No, market now coming up. No blacksmith yet, so he's missing the second building. Not sure what this build order was, to be honest. Nicov playing pretty standard, going for an archer range here, which is a little bit of a surprise for me, because I'm not sure if archers is the really good go-to unit for the Khmer here. They get arbalists as far as I remember, and archers can be good to gain some map control, but as Nicov I would expect Viper to go for a stable and possibly knights even in Castle Age, so I'm not sure about this. And then again, Viper was up to feudal age early on, is playing a little bit of a weird strategy, is now on the way to Castle Age, but he clicked quite late compared to what we are used to, and Viper won't be there before 16 minutes, I guess, or maybe he is, I'm not sure. 31 population for him actually, and only 1 military units, that's 1 scout. So Viper actually with a decent build order, I guess, and I'm really curious to see how he's going to continue this. He's got 15 villagers on wood. This might be a really big boom, and he might be able to like catch up in the boom even, but for now it's Nicov with 3 crossbowmen outside. He is up to castle age, going with the TC on the wood line, quite close to the main gold. Guess he could have gone closer, but didn't really need to, because there's a mining camp already. And another TC not coming up yet. There's a monastery up, there's the first monk already picking up the relic. There's actually 1 relic to the left of Viper space, 1 to the forward left, extra gold, extra stone on the left hand side, and we saw the other one on the right hand side. Viper sending the almost full HP scout out to find 4 crossbowmen and a monk. So Viper has to run away. Maybe he will try to snipe that monk, but it's not going to be easy. Viper going with the TC on the main stone, and monastery up, TC on the second gold, and there is another TC coming up deep in the wood line. So Viper actually going for 4 TCs immediately. He's got a lot of food in the bank, so he should be able to keep villager production going for quite some time. Needs obviously more farms. He's got like 10 here, 10, 11, I think it's 10 farms plus 1 villager on berries. 3 more farms coming up around the newly built TC. The villager's going to gold, so he might even buy some food, and he's also in stone, so we might see Krepos later on. There's the crossbowman guarding the monk. We have monk for Viper picking up the relic on the right hand side, but that might be the only one that he gets, because this relic is so close to Nicov that Nicov should definitely be able to get it. Viper ahead in score. Not sure, because the KD is obviously not counting, but there wasn't really a lot going on, so maybe Viper actually with a decent strategy here, he might have thought out this very well and said, okay, let me go for the big boom here. He's going with another TC in no man's land. Not a lot of space for farms around it, but it's okay, but he might need to delete that lumber camp. And Viper is using all the stone that he has, and he's on 200 stone already, so we might see Castle or Krepos here. He's sending a monk forward to try and find another relic, but there's no relics on the map now. All relics in the monasteries. Nicov 4-1. How's the villager numbers looking for Nicov? 52, Viper on 62. So Viper is ahead with the boom, and this is interesting. Nicov obviously invested into crossbowmen, but still, Viper going with a big boom approach here. And I would love to see the early standard infantry attack from Viper. I don't know how this game went. There's a Krepos now coming up in front of the main stone. Makes sense. Crossbowmen will try to delay this for a little bit, and they are actually able to do so. Viper might need to add in a siege workshop coming up as I speak, and still 4 villages on gold. Viper low on resources, but it makes sense. We're 22, almost 23 minutes in, and Viper is going for 75 villages already. This is fast, this is big. Viper is doing a good boom here, and the crossbow from Nicov making sure this Krepos is not going up, so Nicov is doing what he can to use his military units, to use his investment. Got 2 monks forward. He is going for a siege workshop forward. You can see it here, the mangonel are coming up, and it's going to be tough to stop this mangonel from attacking the crossbowmen. So Nicov needs his own mangonel and is not getting the first hit, but Viper doesn't have an easy time now. Viper should still be able to get that Krepos up, and nice shot from the Viper here. Mangonel on 9 HP and getting repaired, so Nicov is actually forced to going back. Doing a second siege workshop, I'm not really agreeing with this one, not sure about it, because Krepos now is up, it's got 7+1 range, and I would love to see Connix as well, but Viper I think is just using this as a small castle to secure his main stone. And then we see Nicov on the way up to Imperial Age. Viper isn't there yet, but Viper should be ahead by like 20-30 villagers. It's 24. Nicov going for more archer ranges, looks like it's the arbalist approach for him. And then transitioning into, I don't know, ballista elephants, metal elephants, possibility. We could see bombard cannons. We could see, what else do we have? Well, halberdiers if Viper is going for heavy cavalry, but I don't think so. And then the question is, what is Viper going to do? I really don't know what is good against the Khmer here. I haven't really thought this through. He's going for the barracks now, so I imagine the standard infantry might be one option for him. He's going for Bodkin though. I think that's for the Krepos, so no infantry upgrades yet. None that I can see at least. Viper moving out the mangonel. Ooh, Nicov could see it, is dodging the shot, but that was a good shot actually. actually for Viper. Those crossbows are quite injured, and now 3-4 of them going down, the other 4 injured, and Viper is repairing the mangonel. So Nicov not with the best micro here. Viper got an outpost here, which is really nice to see. Nicov is up to Imperial Age, should be going for Arbalest and Bracer, and probably Chemistry coming up. Yes, a solid elimination for the Monks, so it looks like Nicov wants to go Monks as well. Bulgarians have great siege units with siege engineers, just missing bombard cannons, but they get everything else. So Viper has some options there as well. We have Viper with chain barding armor now, so he is going for cavalry units. And what is he producing? Night production starting. We're going to see Cavalier, possibly Paladin, and I think that's a very good idea against the Arbalest. Monks from Nicov might be helpful there. I think Nicov, once he sees the stable, may need to add in Halberdiers immediately, because we know how good Paladins are against ranged units, against Arbalest especially. It looks good for the Arbalest for a little bit, and then suddenly the Paladins get on top. And we've seen games getting changed really fast by that. Nicov moving to the left hand side. What's his plan? He's waiting for a little bit of stone maybe to build a castle. It's possible he's got a lot of food in the bank, maybe too much. But you could also see a transition into elephants here, and then the food income makes sense. 2 bombard cannons hitting that crab post. Viper has a castle up. Is he going for any upgrades? Conscription coming in, and it's a lot of Cavalier for now. 12+2 attack. The defense upgrades are finished, and Viper maybe even going for Paladin already. Light Cav production now added in as well. Light Cav, of course, a good addition against the Monks here, and the bombard cannons hitting the stables. So Viper maybe does not want to show the Cavalier, I'm not sure, but Nicov is putting a lot of pressure on Viper now. The TC should fall. The Light Cav moving out. Viper still not showing those Cavalier, but Nicov should be able to see them. And now there it is. The big attack from Viper. First breakout from his base, and the Arbalest have to run back quickly. Viper also adding in the elite skirmishes here, and nice gate from Nicov, but those Arbalest are not in a good place here. The castle actually doing some damage, and the Cavalier are standing around doing nothing. That's thanks DE, that's really bad. Arbalest went into the castle, the bombard cannons should still go down, and Viper needs to add in some siege now. That's the first trebuchet to hit that castle, to clear that forward. Nicov has a lot of archer rangers here. He's adding in pikemen, probably Halberd upgrade coming up as well, and Viper is trying to get a big army going, and should be able to get that castle down. Nicov probably doesn't have murder hold, so these Cavalier are safe for a little bit. That's one converted Cavalier going down quickly, and we have the Halberd upgrade done, so Nicov is prepared for the cavalry now, but Viper has done the damage already, and he's in a pretty decent position. He's going for the stables on the right hand side now. Hussar production starting. Not sure if he's got the unique tech that is making them attack faster. I guess he's done it. Didn't really follow up the... No, he's doing it now actually. How's it called? It's stirrups. So these Hussars will be faster attacking, giving them effectively more attack power, and Elite Skirmishers doing good damage against Arbalest and Halberdier. What is Nicov going to do now? Monastery coming up, a castle coming up as well, but more defensively. He's got a lot of archer ranges and barracks. He's producing Halberdier and Arbalest still. So he's not changing his army composition. I'm a little bit surprised about this. It's good for now, but Viper with the Elite Skirmishers is doing cost-effective trades. At least he's not investing too much gold here. And while Nicov has 4 relics, gold might be really important. Viper's doing a TC on that extra gold and extra stone. Nicov controlling the middle, Viper going to the sides here, and is going with the crab post forward. Oh, this is nice. It's not towers, it's crab posts now. We have Viper on the extra gold here as well on the left hand side. The first ballista elephant attacking a villager, but the TC is going up, and in the middle we have still a lot of elite skirmishers fighting those Arbalest. I think there's more of these Arbalest, but elite skirmishers still doing good damage, and once again Viper is not investing gold here. Nicov has a decent amount of gold in the bank. Viper has more and is investing a lot of wood and food. Doesn't have so much of that actually. Villager numbers 143. Viper is not going for standard infantry yet. I hope he's going to do that later on once the Arbalest maybe are melting a little bit. Nicov is sending in siege now. Capram is a good idea to take down the stables and archer rangers. I think that's what he needs to do. And the Hussars now moving in. Those Hussars fully upgraded, 95 HP, all attack and defense upgrades, and the unique tech as well. but Nicov still can afford so many Arbalists that he's actually able to hold his position. On the right hand side we have a few Hussars and the Crab Post is up, really annoying, a siege workshop, but here's a castle that's making sure that Nikov's economy actually is staying safe, or more or less safe. We have the Arbalest now moving, grouping back a little bit, and siege ram upgrade done for Nicov. While Viper is not adding in too many siege units, that's the cap ram, that's pretty much it, and Viper is not going for siege ram upgrade, cannot afford it I guess. He's got decent resources and siege ram might be a good addition. You could also see siege archer, that would be beautiful against everything. We could even see heavy scorpions, which is not the go-to unit here I guess. Would love to see heavy scorpions from the Khmer, something I forgot to mention, but I think you know that that's one of the best siege units for the Khmer, with a double crossbow upgrade. It's not happening now. We have still a lot of Arbalest and siege rams, a little bit of trebuchets here, taking down the TC. And Nicov is playing this really well in my opinion. Viper, not sure if he's choosing the right strategy here. He is saving up a lot of gold. I wonder, is it going to be Paladin later on? Are we going to see a lot of infantry units, or are we going to see Conics even? The Crab Post, cheaper, he can produce a lot of them. He's got a castle to get those upgrades in, but I don't see it for now, and Viper is low on military units. He's got a lot of resources, creating more skirmishes, but he's missing the trash resources even a little bit. We have siege rams from both players now, that's very good for Viper, but stables coming up, and I wonder, is it going to be elephants here? No, it's just light cav. Which is okay, makes sense to go with light cap against the skirmishes here. That group of Arbalest is doing so much damage, 38 at this moment, and Nicov can still afford to add in a few more, but I think he wants to invest his gold into siege units now. He's taking the extra gold here, that villager's doing a mistake here, going with another castle as well. Interesting to see, and siege ram fights, Hussars against light cap, Arbalest against elite skirmishes. Nicov has the better army, and Nicov is doing really well here. Population 186 for him, Viper same, pretty much, and the fight's still happening. This game is a little bit strange to me once again. Both players are focusing in the middle, which makes sense here, and Viper now with more siege rams. This might make a difference here, because the siege rams moving forward is dangerous. They're taking down buildings, and that means the Arbalest need to be microed all the time, so Nicov needs to add in more units, and suddenly he is falling behind here. Military numbers, 37 against 58 from Viper. Viper is winning with the mass, and he's done Elite Conic. This should be really interesting. Elite Conic is a beautiful unit in my opinion. Beautiful in the sense that it might not be the best unit ever, but the dismounted Conic can still do some damage, and Halberdiers is not really counter to those. The Arbalest should be good, the Arbalest-Halberdier combination should be decent. As you can see, Viper is sending a lot of units now, Hussars, Conics, siege rams, and elite skirmishers finally dying, but there's not too many Arbalists left either, and Nicov doesn't have a lot of gold. So as the siege rams taking down a TC, and Nicov is not able to take the extra gold here, he's relying on the market and his relics, and it looks like he spent too much gold on the Arbalest, maybe he lost too much, and Viper is sending in a beautiful army of siege rams, Conics, Hussars, elite skirmishers, and is doing enough damage to keep Nicov busy at all points on his front. You can see the castle going down, the trebuchet is trying to hit the siege rams. Ooh, that was a big shot, but I think the siege rams are really taking a lot of damage from that, and the Conics and dismounted Conics are moving forward. A pretty much unstoppable force at this point. Nicov wasn't able to keep the production up, and Viper winning this game with style somehow was a little bit strange in the middle part in my opinion, but now as you can see, Viper full dominance. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next games. GG.